I have decided to install a clean version of Windows 11 on my new PC. So I'm going to go ahead and download a media creation tool on a USB thumb drive, which I have already formatted and cleaned, so there's nothing on it. I'll put the media creation tool on it, and I'll use that tool on the new PC to install Windows 11. So as you can see, I'm using a Microsoft page, Microsoft Downloads, and there you can see I'm on Downloads Windows 11. Here's the installation assistant. Now that would be if I was going to install it on this PC. It would assist me. I'm not going to. So really what I want to do is I'm going to create installation media, and here's a lot of detailed information on it. And so I would go here and download now. I would then open the file. Once I open it, as you can see, it says it's getting a few things ready, and I need to just put this onto my USB drive. So as you can see, I have the usual license terms, notices, etc. You could read through that. I'll do accept, and it keeps saying it's getting a few things ready, and I did next, and now it says choose which media to use. I want to use a USB flash drive, and as you can see, it gives me two options here. I is my USB disk drive, H is an external drive, which is my backup, so I would always caution you to make sure you know which one you're using. Then I click next, and as you can see, it'll be slow. This is going to be a slow progress, so I'll wait until it's done, and then I'll come back to you and show you what we've done. Once the tool has downloaded, which in this case it has, so it's now downloaded to the USB, and in this case it's now converting it and creating the Windows 11 media. So this would be the second step. The download on, I have a just over 100 megabyte per second download speed, took right around 4 minutes. After about, I'd say another 3 minutes, this message pops up. My USB flash drive is ready. I'll then click finish, and in a moment I will release my drive. I'll eject it, and I did, and it's safe to remove, and here you go. I have my USB drive, and this is what we'll be using to install Windows 11.
But first step, it has booted, I put the USB drive in, and it booted into Windows. I'm going to move this a little bit closer. I'm hoping, again, no flicker, but I don't know. US, English, next. I'm going to put install now. Just one moment, I need to connect the Ethernet cable. Just a note for you, I got a message that had popped up that said we can't install it on this computer. So I went back to the BIOS, and then I went to the settings, and I found that the thing called TPM was not enabled. So I've enabled it, and I come back, and it looks like it's going to allow me to proceed. Custom install is what I want to do. I'm not upgrading. And so it's giving me 3 devices. Issue here is they're all the same size. So I'm going to come back because I have to disconnect 2, I think. I have to be absolutely sure which is which. So I disconnected the 2 SSDs that I installed, and just left the M2 in, and so it turned out it was drive 2, so I would have guessed wrong. So we're going to use that drive, and I'm going to go to next, and it's copying files, and let's see what happens. We'll be back. It's been just about 4 minutes, so it was not long, And so I'm on these next steps. So I'll go ahead and fill these out. So we're checking for updates. We'll see if there are any. We're going to have to do a number of updates. I'm going to certainly have to download drivers, update pretty much everything that's on here, I would say. But right now, it's relatively quiet, and all fans are working. So there's 2 fans on the graphics card. There's 3 built into the case. There's 2 I added on top of the case, and there's 2 with the CPU. There's a lot of fans moving air. Looks like we're going to see something in just a moment here, would be my guess. And here we go. At some point it's going to boot into Windows. I've named my device a very boring name. And it looks like it's rebooting. And we're back. We're still putting Windows 11 on this computer. Set up for personal, set up for school, and I am going to set this up for personal. Let's add your Microsoft account, so I'll have to go find this and put it in. Still continuing here, as you could see. I used the Microsoft Authenticator, which I use to confirm my account back to Microsoft. So that was done. I put in a PIN for this account, and now I'm going to set it up as a new device. And these are just personal settings, so I'll skip through these from you. So if you're familiar with Microsoft Windows products, you could see it's now getting ready. So far from the first that I started to install Windows to now, it's been about, I'd say 15 minutes to get to this point. I just had to go through a profile, what kind of things do I like, et cetera, et cetera. I could have skipped, and I did skip a bunch of things, but it was pretty easy and pretty straightforward. So we're still moving forward here, and of course we won't turn off the PC. Everything is running still. We are there. I don't know if there's a flicker or not, but here we go. I have my first Windows 11 screen. So I'm going to go ahead and do all my updates and everything. This concludes our video. And you have seen the building of the hardware and now the installation of Windows 11. And I'll go ahead and put all my information in here and get it custom to what I like. Thank you so much for watching.